favor.
They're unstoppable.
Hello, now with
this
the
is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2.
I suppose this is somewhat of an opening here for Sirius for the Ocean if they wish.
Yeah, they've got the numbers advantage so far. You don't have the Han here for RNG. You don't have buyback from the clock to close that gap, and it's just happening. So even without the Terror Blade around, Dolem can still do quick work with those familiars, and that's going to be a nice objective for Sirius. So that's Aegis and Cheese. Should allow them confident coming to the high ground. RNG, they've got to be a bit careful. Like, that pick from Monet with the hammer just to secure the kill was nice. They lose a lot that back and forth. And, you know, where they up and down just a bit. There were some buybacks expended though. So there is definitely that for RNG to contend with it. They did force the buyback an old chicken, but you know, now you're playing against Aegis and Cheese. It can be a bit tricky to grade as well as they have before with those items up.
This is a matter of whether they actually take this high ground. That's serious. Like, we haven't really seen the attempt yet. We are 38 minutes into the game now. Start to question how far they kind of draft. Because you are still falling back onto Count, who is top of the net worth board on that terrible 8 by a long shot. He's going to have that Satanic coming up very soon, and that's going to make life a lot harder for RNG. We'll see Monet actually going for a Lincoln Sphere now, so just simply wanting to block out the Thunder from that PB and just not have to deal with that in the middle of a team fight. And in all fairness, had that Thunder not came out, that last team fight, they probably would have taken out the PB without actually having to let Monet die. Absolutely, in fact, he'll switch around. He wants to go for the BKB now.
Yeah, it's a safer bet just to protect you from everything else as well. I think that's just going to allow me to stand in front, do what the Spectre does best. We just dish that damage out. You do have, you've got a bit of a back and forth now as well. Like, your 4 items are up. Kama's holding on to the Ninja Gear, and he's got a Minotaur Horn to swap in as well. So just a bit more spell immunity for Kama should allow him, again, a bit more leeway for him to just stand and fight. And he's really just whipping out his level 25. He's in a risky spot, though.
Super could go for the hook, but be afraid of who's behind him. Side of Sirius are actually across the map at the moment, smoked up, trying to find the side of RNG. Now, understanding where they are, they're going to run up towards the northeast, or excuse me, the northwest. But everyone from RNG has backed off. Well, Sirius, I suppose they could start going up that top tier 3 town, slowly sieging away. We'll start by pushing the creep wave in. It's the other alternative. They just keep farming the Dire jungle for a bit, and okay, he does have the Satanic, but he doesn't have buyback gold. So it looks like that's maybe what they potentially is just secure the buy. But then you are still on a timer here with Sages. Like, you don't want to spend too much time farming up and just letting Aegis expire on Dolem. That would be a bit of a problem for Sirius.
Yeah, they would be. They do hit their level 25 a bit earlier, though. Not only did you have Kama's 25, he did opt for the Metamorphosis attack range, but Dolem's 25 is up. He's got 1 extra familiar on top of the Axe here. That's a hell lot of familiars. That makes it a lot easier if they did actually start sieging on those objectives.
That it will be. Slowly force in the midway. Judging by the lines that have been drawn down by Tianming, it looks like they do want to just keep farming up for a bit. Just secure the map control and choke the side of RNG out. They are still really lacking some big items here to really be able to contest the side of Sirius. Also very close to what appears to be the Aghanim Scepter onto Old Chicken, so at least once you have that up, you've got double silence to play with on top.
Dire's top tower needs some
pretty
friends.
Effective here against RNG. Like, that might be the final straw to really be able to push high ground up against RNG.
It would be. It's just, you've now got, well, the BKB's up and running on Monet. He's got at least a way of purging that Oz, and he also has his own Minotaur Horn. But the back and forth is there in terms of durability, at least for a front-lining spec. And you also hit that 25 mark on that. At the additional 5% destruction damage coming out from Monet. It's all the difference here is, you know, he was dying on sliver of HP, while when the Terrorblade would die on sliver. With that 5% difference, it might be enough to just give him a bit more time to stay alive throughout the Terrorblade's own damage burst duration.
Alright, just gonna do the standard quick pushing kind of game. I'm gonna force it the bot wave. The same thing up the top lane. Got the Nimbus there from RNG. This can slowly just chip away at the creep waves. We'll see the TP illusions coming in to take the Nimbus out, but now Aegis has expired. So now you're lacking that Aegis. That will probably mean a serious away for the next Rosharm. But RNG, of course, understanding the timings, now wants to go for a team fight.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
They can maintain that mid lane. I'm sure they know what RNG's up to. Monet trying to bait them in, but old chicken go away through the tree line. The meta has been popped. Monet is taking a lot of damage out already. They have not made the jump out yet. Now the hex out on Monet. He is going way too low, and he does go down. That really gets turned around on the Phoenix. He does get the egg off this time, but with the buyback from Sector, they want to back out. There's a hook shot in from Super with a great cogs out, just blocking the staircase. Super, he can't die in there, and probably will, but it's just trying to control off Gamma, who will be keeping on that territory, but he's falling very from below upload. They keep going, he's trying for the slipper, he does get off the nade, needs to get out of there. The overgrowth, he's stuck, he does die back on the Spectre. He's looking to just clean up.
Monster kill.
It's going to be an absolute clean up. XCJ on the triple. And basically, full team wipe. Super the only one to bomb back on the clock. After the Spectre does back, of course. High ground suddenly not quite as hard to go into.
Definitely not. Like, it's gonna melt, even if this metamorphosis is down. Again, Dolan got his familiar up. Those are a lot too. Okay, to force those buybacks out here, just try to defend. They got the Nimbus, they got the arc lightning damage with Town.
Right?
Oh yeah. That's it's risky, but with how far ahead he's been, you can't fault him for just feeling confident. You should really allow him to melt at high ground now.
Well, you can just rush T4 to the Divine, right? You've got a minute to the Spectre. Here's Divine now onto Gamma. Still about 16 seconds left. So if you don't lose the Divine, there's not really much in the way of picking him out. XC, he's gonna blink in. I don't know, but this is way too passive. Do they not realize the dieback happened from the spec?
I think they do. It's just that they don't have meta, so they have to put Kama right in front. And I believe they're waiting for the resummon for Dolan. Yeah, he was down to familiar. He needed the resummon as well. So if they wanted to, now would be the time. It's just given enough space for Monet to come up.
Going up, it's down picking. Now the Phoenix maybe picks up. Flyman's gonna jump in. It's actually a decent team fight if they can burn them down fast enough, but they can't. Felix has been controlled up. He does get his BKB up, but now the overgrowth is gonna force out the egg usage. And the Primal split out of Flyman. It's gonna lead to nothing. RNG just gonna be okay with surviving, just backing off. But we're back to the same kind of story here for the Sirius. How do you push high ground? Maybe with the meta up now? Maybe they think they can just take quick rats.
Yeah, it's safer. They've got additional range talent, so and from afar, and start chipping away safely.
Someone's gone in. It will be the Brewmaster on top of Chick. Gamma. So much damage from this late at the moment. My goodness. See what he for the moment that they but he hasn't opportunity to hit anyone yet.
Dire's top tower.
You're thinking, where do they go now? To be up towards that top lane. Very, very hard for them to slow this down. They are chipping away the HP pulls with Kama. He's just going to sunder to the teammate. Now, maybe Hammer's going to be there for May. It does connect onto Kama, but there's follow-up to it. Well, maybe there is. Super comes in. He does push it back to Kong's Kama. Pop the BKB and Satan, but Monet goes straight after Doppler. Trying to take the sun. They do get it. Now Kama, he's make a run for it. This is a very scary situation. He's trying to sunder. He can't get it. He keeps getting stunned up. Now he does the sunder. For a super. He keeps going up. Airplane. Kama, he does go down. Fine. It's on the deck. It's still there. Nobody's picked it up. Nolan, he can't get it. He's full of items. And then he will be able to take them the Spectre. Oh, he could still be a bit of danger now, but Monet, he could just make a run for it with his Vine, or maybe just even go back in. But no, he going down there, definitely backing off. They got to tie back on Zeus. Now they might need to get on the Phoenix, and they will. That's 3 heroes down with no piper. But you've got to stick with the Divine, and you've got Flight with Prime Split. Can't defend. Monet, he's going to win with the Minotaur Horn. Does get stunned up with the bash. Oh, Chicken's still gone. They X him up now. Spectre couldn't get the BKB off Monet. He does go down. That might just be it. The Divine dead Kama, not even bothering with it. He's just leaving it. There it is. He picks it up again. That's it. Game 1. Nope. RNG to defend this. He will call it. Get to Power just somebody before